Hello, everybody. This is Michael Klaus, real estate broker with Team Navigators at Keller Williams Realty Services. Thanks for joining me on another segment of our Real Estate 101 series. And today I'm excited to introduce you to Jared Miguez with FLEUR Lead Title, who we do an awful lot of business with. Hi, Jared.
Hey, buddy.
Well, look, I just wanted to introduce you to everybody and give you an opportunity to tell a little bit about some of the services you provide. I have an idea we'll be doing this more than once because you guys do so much for us. Tell us about your title services.
Yeah, so FLEUR Lead Title is a team of real estate attorneys set in Southeast Louisiana. So we have offices between Hammond, Covington, Slidell, 3 offices on the South Shore, Metairie, Uptown, and Lakeview, and Baton Rouge. And our objective and our job as part of a real estate transaction is to, from a legal aspect, to make sure that from contract signed to the closing table, everything is done according to the law, and also to make sure that certain practical steps are taken. So those things can include escrow services or reviewing title, to issuing a title insurance policy, and then recording documents after closing, after everything's signed accurately. So if you want me to go into specifics on any of those details, I'd be happy to do that.
Well, sure. All these, of course, are critical and necessary steps to closing a real estate transaction so that the keys pass from seller to buyer and the buyer can go start enjoying living in their new house. Why don't we just touch base on one of those items, say title insurance. Tell us a little bit about title insurance.
So ultimately, from a law firm standpoint, what we're doing is we're making sure that the seller has clear title to the property. And so what that means is we're making sure that the seller and the seller and the seller all the way down the line for about 30 years transfer to ownership accurately. And once we've done that, once we've reviewed title and make sure that everything's accurate, we can issue a title insurance policy. And what a title insurance policy does is it protects the buyer in the case that there are some defects in title that aren't available in the public records. Whether that's an heir that wasn't documented in a succession correctly that can have rights to a piece of property, or the clerk misindexes a mortgage that needed to be canceled. The title insurance company is going to represent you in court in the case somebody challenges your right to ownership. And so part of what we're doing is that we're reviewing title and making sure that the risk is as little as possible for the insurance company. And then after we've done that, we're committing to issuing a title insurance policy in the case something comes up that wasn't disclosed or wasn't available to us in the public records. So, generally title insurance is relatively affordable, considering the fact that you're buying a very large asset, and sometimes, only once or twice in somebody's lifetime are they buying such a big asset in their lives. And so the cost of the title insurance policy and the attorneys that are going to represent you in the case something comes up is inexpensive compared to the risk that could come in the case that you do have somebody claim ownership in your property.
Right. And oftentimes it's absolutely critical in keeping a buyer able to peacefully own that property without any major headache that it would represent them moving forward. And when you talk about it being affordable, it's just a one-time fee, right? This isn't an insurance policy that they pay over a long period of time.
Nope, you pay one time at closing. Usually it's financed as part of the transaction if you have a mortgage. About it ever again. So it's in my opinion, it's a no-brainer, and most real estate professors are going to tell you that it's something that's necessary, and it's one-time fee, and it's not as expensive as it could be, and so we recommend that you get that done on every transaction. And to go a step further, one of the major things that we do, and a lot of things that we do as a title company are behind the scenes. Your clients are going to meet with the real estate agent and the lender primarily to get the file set up. Once the contract is signed, we step in and we work behind the scenes to make sure that title is clear, an insurance policy is issued. But the 2 other things that we do that most people don't know about are we work as escrow officers. And what that means is that when a buyer brings money to the table, the money doesn't go straight to the seller. The money comes to us as FLEUR Lead Title, and what our job is to make sure that the money is distributed according to the closing disclosures. And we're issuing money to the seller after the real estate agents are paid. We're issuing after the insurance is paid, any taxes that need to be paid, any home warranties. We're the people that make sure all the money is distributed correctly, and then give the seller the balance, as opposed to giving the money to the seller and having them allocate it and divvy it up the way that they seem fit. We make sure it's done correctly. So third party, unbiased, that's there to make sure that everything is done legit.
Perfect. Well, good deal, Jared. Well, I'll tell you what, I know you guys do offer some other legal services. Tell us a little bit about what else you guys do.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things that sets us apart is that we're a title company run by attorneys, when some have notaries that work in-house, or maybe have one or two attorneys. And so me and the two attorneys in my office specifically, what we do is, we focus on title, but we also offer some legal services that kind of spin off of real estate. So we do successions. So, unfortunately, some people pass away and they own property, and we have to distribute that property to their heirs. So being that we do successions with real estate transactions, we also offer those services outside of real estate closing. So we also do estate planning. So we encourage people, you buy buy an asset, buy a house, we encourage you to do an estate plan. So make sure that if something would happen to you, that your heirs or your loved ones acquire that ownership according to your wishes and not according to the default rules in Louisiana. And we also help people start businesses, because some of our agents and our clients buy property. And so when they do that as investment properties, we encourage them to put property into a business, into an LLC, as opposed to their own personal name for liability purposes. So we help with that type of stuff too. So we do estate planning, succession, and business formational and transactional stuff too.
Yeah, y'all are a great resource to our clients for all their real estate legal needs, and we do appreciate you guys. Well, so Jared, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you guys, maybe to talk about some of those other services, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can contact me directly, and we'll put my cell phone number up on the screen. It's 318-542-1001. I know it's a 318 number, but I work in Covington. I'm from Alexandria. So people, if you see a 318 number calling you and you're expecting me, it's me, not spam. You can also reach out to look at our website. We have a direct link. You can click on the website to contacting us, or you can email me at jared@fdltitle.com.
Perfect. Well, Jared, thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, I'm sure we'll be doing this again to talk about some of the details of the other services you guys offer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy.